on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. It's Herbert. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Herbert off of play action. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Right back to Spiller on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Chargers had 8-3 now. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. 7-7, our score after 1. Working with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Spiller looking for space. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole. And then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Nice progress down the field. Was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there. Just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. They'll run for it with Spiller. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Williams brings it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They try again with Cohen. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A first down carry here for Johnson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ty Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. They find some open field here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On the counter, it's Spiller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They give to Johnson going right. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Slot man moves right. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Johnson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert, he'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Escaping the pressure right. To Guyton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing, Herbert. Rolling to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Herbert going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now Herbert.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
On the return is Cohen.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock man.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 74 yards.
And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the